Urizen beheld the terrors of the abyss, wandering among the ruined spirits, once his children, and the children of Luvah, scared at the sound of their own sighs that seem to shake the immense. They wander, moping in their heart. A sun, a dreary moon, a universe of fiery constellations in their brain, an earth of wintry woe beneath their feet and round their loins, waters or winds or clouds or brooding lightnings and pestilential plagues beyond the bounds of their own self their senses cannot penetrate. As the tree knows not what is outside of its leaves and bark, and yet it drinks the summer joy and fears the winter sorrow, so in the regions of the grave none knows his dark compeer. Though he partakes of his dire woes, and mutual returns the pang, the throb of the duller, the convulsion in soul's sickening woes, the horrid shapes and sights of torment in burning dungeons and in fetters of red-hot iron, some with crowds of serpents, and some with monsters girding round their bosoms, some lying on beds of sulphur, on racks and wheels. He beheld women marching o'er burning wastes of sand, in bands of hundreds, of fifties, of thousands, strucken with lightnings which blazed after them upon their shoulders in their march in successive volleys. With loud thunder swift flew the King of Light over the burning deserts. Then the deserts passed, involved in clouds of smoke, with myriads moping in the stifling vapours. Swift flew the King, though flagged his powers labouring, till over rocks and mountains, faint, weary, he wandered, where multitudes were shut up in the solid mountains and in rocks which heaved with their torments. Then came he among fiery cities and castles built of burning steel. Then he beheld the forms of tigers and of lions, dishumanized men, many in serpents and worms, stretched out enormous length over the sullen mould and slimy tracks obstruct his way, drawn out from deep to deep, woven by ribbed and scaled monsters, or armed in iron shell or shell of brass, or gold, a glittering torment, shining and hissing in eternal pain. Some as columns of fire or of water, sometimes stretched out in height, sometimes in length, sometimes englobing, wandering in vain, seeking for ease. His voice to them was but an inarticulate thunder, for their ears were heavy and dull, and their eyes and nostrils closed up. Oft he stood by a howling victim, questioning in words, soothing or furious. No one answered. Everyone, wrapped up in his own sorrow, howled regardless of his words, nor voice of sweet response could he obtain, though oft assailed with tears. He knew they were his children, ruined in a ruined world.